This is what a lot of content marketers don't understand. I heard this today from Jeff Walker, who sold over $1 billion in courses. He said people get sick of their marketing before their audience does. I want to repeat this. People get sick of their own marketing before their audience does. People find something that works, and then instead of doing it over and over again, which will work for a long time, this is why sequels are made. This is why trilogies are made. This is why movie studios keep cranking out new movies from the same IP, because they know it takes a while for audiences to get sick of something. And if something is done well, audiences don't get sick of it. This is why when I discovered the Twitter X ads glitch, and I just made episode after episode about the Twitter X ads glitch, most of those videos did very well. It took a long time for them to get played out. There was a period where everything that I would make about the Twitter X ads glitch just caught fire. In fact, it would still work now if the glitch worked, but the glitch doesn't work. And so I can't keep making videos about the Twitter X ads glitch. It's why one of my favorite pieces of content marketing, it's this article by Neil Patel. Neil Patel made an article called How Spending $162,301.42 on Clothes Made Me $692,500. He wrote this article, it went viral, and he took it down. And it was so good that I found it using Wayback Machine, and I read it on the podcast on episode 110 of the podcast. It is a very good article. I would totally recommend episode 110 of this show, of The Edward Show. But that article was so good that if he made more articles like that, I would read them. I think he took it down because he didn't like bragging and he didn't like saying how much money he had, even though now he talks about that on podcasts. He spends $200,000 a month. But this article was from a while back. And if he wrote more articles on it, I would read that. In fact, he wrote this article in the first place because he made an article about how he took pictures with Lamborghinis and that made him money. And so he knew that people liked this topic. People liked these types of social experiments. Can I flex and then make more money by flexing? Can I have an ROI by flexing? And he discovered, yeah, and here's how he's doing it. And he shared that. And I would read lots more articles on that. So would other people. But the key here is lots of people find topics that work and then they want to diversify their content. They want to change it up. They want to expand. And that's smart after a while, but most people do it way too soon. Most people, most marketers, most content marketers, most creators, they do it way too soon. Most people get sick of their own marketing, of their own topics, of their own niche before their audience does. And when I heard that, I stopped. I said, man, it's something that I see from so many people who I know. They find something that works, they stick with it for a little bit, and then they stop. And I say, don't stop, it's working, don't stop. And they stop. They change it up. I say to them, you shouldn't change it up. And they do, and they stop growing as fast. You know, on one hand, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you need to do what can keep you going. You don't want to get bored, so you can keep on going with something. It's at the end of the day, it's a marathon. And you want to go for as long as you can. That's where you have the biggest compounding effects. Just check in daily, do something daily. But on the other hand, there's a million different ways to tackle one thing. You can spin something in so many different ways. And times, 5 out of 6 times, it may not work. But that one time where it does work, it can be life-changing. And I talked about this on several episodes. I told this to one of my co-founders today. In February 2023, me and a co-founder, we were just playing around with the GPT API, which was brand new, which was going viral because of ChatGPT. We said, let's try an AI thing. And no one was doing AI things at that time, so we just wanted to mess around with it. ChatGPT was blowing up. Midjourney was starting to get attention, but it wasn't like it is now. We made something called bestreasonswhy.com that just gives you reasons to do anything. And I made 3 TikToks in 75 minutes, just pumped them out, trying all these different angles to pump bestreasonswhy.com. Videos 1 and 3 flopped, 2,000 views each. But video 2, the one in the middle, 67,000 views, and those 67,000 views converted into 3,100 users in a single day. Tackled it from so many different angles. And actually, I messed up then. I should have kept talking about bestreasonswhy.com after that. And I forgot this. I forgot this simple fact that people get sick of their marketing before their audience does. I think there's a way to change it up. You can definitely experiment with new content types, but that shouldn't be what you're heavily doing until you find something else that works. You should stick with what's working. And then when you find something else that works, by slightly changing it up, then you incorporate that too. But yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint. In fact, I'm going to end this episode with this amazing tweet thread that I found. This is my belief in business and marketing. It's from this guy, Justin Welsh, on Twitter, on X. His handle is @TheJustinWelsh. And he says, here is how I think about my business. Goals, decades. Strategy, yearly. Tactics, quarterly. Effort, daily. I simply plan on outlasting most people. I believe in this too. Business is a marathon, not a sprint. Here are 5 phases of solopreneurship. Phase 1, stay alive. Phase 2, build systems. Phase 3, growth focus. Phase 4, invest in defense. Phase 5, automate the business. Absolutely. He says each phase is probably 1 or 2 years in length. Can you play the decade game? Enjoy the process, build a support system. Don't be afraid to screw up. This is episode 275 of The Edward Show. This is my daily growth hacking, growth marketing podcast. People get sick of their marketing before their audience does. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.